Ahoy, hoy, and welcome to a brand new edition of Ramble on Reactions. Sitting on my left is clever Eric Muller.
Sitting in the middle is Sam and Dan Nye.
And we have a frequent friend of the show, Champ Nate Zoebl.
Hey, everybody.
Over here on the right. And we're going to talk a little bit today, it's a little bit later on, but we're going to talk a little bit about the new Tom Cruise leader of the dark universe, The Mummy. So, Eric, give me a little bit about the plot of The Mummy.
Pretty much Tom Cruise plays a schmuck. He is in the army, and he finds this map, he finds a location, goes there, and hey, there's a mummy! And they do the stupid thing, and they let the mummy free, and then shenanigans.
Sofia Boutella. That's the plot of the movie.
Sofia Boutella. Fantastic as
Oh, she's one of the best things in the movie.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, so we'll start there. So that's the plot. Seems straightforward enough. Give me some positives, guys. What are you thinking?
Well, we just talked about Sophia. One thing I'll admit is I love how they're building the world for the Dark Universe in this movie. They do a really good job of giving you little snippets of other things out there, and Russell Crowe as Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde was my favorite part of this film.
Yeah, he's definitely one of the better parts, but to Eric's point about the Dark Universe, it's much more organic, building out the larger world that is going to sustain these franchises.
Yeah, because they're not doing the Marvel DC thing where like everyone gets their own movie. In this movie, you see flashbacks to other characters that are going to be in this universe, and they're like, and I think they already announced the next one's going to be Bride of Frankenstein. So it's not like, okay, now we need to do the Wolfman and we need to do this. No, they're being smart. They're doing a smart way of letting us submerge into this universe.
It feels much more organic than, say, like Iron Man 2, where it just felt like 90 minutes as a commercial for the Avengers.
Here go all the characters into one film.
Exactly. So that's why I was confused when people were like, oh, we have franchise universe fatigue, and it's like, well, but this movie is actually doing it well.
Yeah, and they're doing it a different way, too.
But it's maintaining its own sense of identity. It doesn't just become the setup for future editions. But it has its own story.
So, to that point, do you think that might have come from people just hearing more about this extended universe before the movie even came out?
I just think there's, the hatred against Tom Cruise, which, I think
that plays into it.
That plays into it, which I disagree with, because...
Stateside, anyway.
Well, yeah, I was going to say, because outside of the Jack Reacher films, he's had some really solid movies lately.
But he never goes back.
He never goes back to Oblivion.
But he's an actor who...
he's an action star.
Yeah, but in and out, every performance, he goes all out. He gives you everything. You see him going through... I mean, he loves to throw himself into the kill-crazy stunts. Yeah. So it's like, I appreciate that as a movie fan. Yeah. Well, and there's no off-switch with it.
And go with that, there's like this behind-the-scenes video that you can see online where it's him and Russell Crowe preparing for their fight, and you see Tom Cruise talking to the director about the different fights angles they want to go, and Russell Crowe's on the ground doing push-ups to get ready, because they are all in on this. And you can tell through the performances that they're really loving what they're doing.
Okay, so all that being said, we touched a little bit on it. Do you guys have like specific negatives about the movie?
The female lead, God, I forget the actress's name.
Well, the actress's name is Annabelle Wallace.
But Jenny, it's Jenny because they keep saying it.
She's the love interest, but here's the thing. I wouldn't even contend that she's the female lead. She is the love interest.
Sophia is the female
and the damsel in distress. However, Sofia Boutella as the mummy is clearly the female lead, and she's a strong, independent woman who rises up and strikes back against a patriarchy that wants to keep her in a tiny box.
But then you have Jenny, who's just like, oh, save me, Tom Cruise.
Yeah, she's underwritten, and that there's really nothing to her.
She wasn't that great.
She fulfills a role in like the big movie kind of checklist of what you expect with these things.
Okay.
And then other things, the action sequences were okay. I mean,
they could have had a bit more style to them.
I mean, like the big one that you see in the trailers with the plane, that was
the best one.
Tom Cruise screaming.
The zero gravity one.
Zero gravity was great.
It was really well done.
I thought Jake Johnson was just underwhelming too, and I really liked him.
It felt like they were overdoing it. He's kind of the comedic sidekick sort of thing.
And they're really forcing the comedic part of it.
And then it goes into an unforeseen American werewolf in London route with him.
Yes.
And you're like, oh, okay. And it's kind of fun, but at the same time, you don't get a sense that they knew what they were doing with that. But I don't know. It's a fun B-movie.
Yeah,
I think people I don't understand the hate.
It's a perfect Saturday afternoon movie.
Yeah.
Okay, so all that being said, you already have a big long review on this. What did you grade this film?
I gave it a B.
You gave it a B? Okay, Eric?
B- because I enjoyed it. No, actually, I'm going with B because I enjoyed it more than Pirates 5. So.
Oh, okay.
And I gave Pirates 5 a B-, so yeah, B.
So, given all that, where can they read your full review?
Well, they can read it at my blog, nathanzoebl.com. And on Rotten Tomatoes as well.
So that's
we'll include a link in this video. So
we'll include a link in the video for that. It'll be somewhere in the YouTube description. As always, thank you very much for watching this far. We really appreciate it. Like, comment, subscribe, share, do all that fun stuff. We're going to shoot one more review, and then there's also going to be a very special Rumble. So that's clever Eric Muller sitting right over there.
That's Dan the Salmon Nye.
That's the champ Nate Zoebl sitting on my right. And as always, ahoy, ahoy.
It sounds like you're saying salmon.
We are.
It's like the